This video is going to break down how much your favorite YouTubers have been paid by Raid Shadow Legends. It's a lot of money. Please like this video right now, as well as comment the word Raid below. Now let's get into it. Everybody has a price. Now, that's a common saying, and it's not every day that you get to see it in action. Some would say that these YouTubers are selling out with a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. I say good on them, they're just securing the bag, and it's a solid bag as well, which we'll get into. It's no secret that YouTubers and influencers in general are getting paid the big bucks for brand integrations in their content. Often it goes unseen exactly how much they get paid, and it's also hard to calculate, but in this video, I'm going to break down the Raid Shadow Legends growth strategy, how much they're paying these YouTubers, and give you an insight into how much more they are making. There's a reason so many YouTubers have accepted this sponsorship. Before we get started though, I just want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor. Kidding, although I really wish it was Raid sponsoring this video for how much they're actually paying YouTubers. No sponsors for this video, in fact the sponsor is you watching, so please subscribe if you're ready to learn something. I'll start off with what you're here for, Raid paying YouTubers and how that works. Raid Shadow Legends has a heavy influencer marketing strategy, so heavy that they have bought out almost every top creator on YouTube. Even the meme creators have come to the party, which is kind of just a meme in itself. Tell me if you know any of the following creators that they have sponsored. Dude Perfect, Lazarbeam, Internet Historian, MrBeast, there we go, everyone knows that one, ZHC, Joe Weller, True Geordie, Logan Paul, and the Maverick House as a whole, which includes of course Mike Malak, Dwarf Mamba, and the Impulsive Podcast. To find almost all the Raid sponsored videos, literally search install Raid for free with the green tick in the YouTube search box and you'll find most of the videos. That's how extreme the requirements are for the sponsorship. Raid securing the Maverick House is an interesting one, as they're one of the top content groups on YouTube who come from a brand marketing world. Even they secured the Raid Shadow Legends bag, which means that Raid must be paying big, and they are. Let's break down how much they are paying each of these YouTubers. For brand integrations, there are many ways brands do it. For Raid, they do it in two main ways, through affiliate downloads and on a CPM payment on the YouTuber's videos. Thanks to IBX Toycat for sharing some details on how much Raid offered him, taking that information plus various other info sources into consideration here, this is how we can work out how much Raid are paying. Toycat has shown Raid offered him a $15 CPM for 2 weeks. CPM of course is cost per 1,000. So a $15 CPM means that Raid will pay $15 for every 1,000 views the sponsored video gets for the first 2 weeks. And normally the first 2 weeks will amass to most of the views if it's from an already popular YouTuber. Taking that formula and using some tools to work out the first 2-week views from some of the sponsored YouTubers I mentioned before, here is what they would have got. True Geordie, 558,000 views, $8,820. Lazarbeam, 6.3 million views, $94,000. Dude Perfect, 13 million views, $195,000 on the one video. ZHC, 7.8 million views, $117,000. MrBeast, 10 million views, $150,000. Logan Paul, 4.1 million views, $61,500. Mike Malak, 3.2 million views, $48,000. Yeah, wow, more than I thought too when I first sat down to calculate this. Again, this is only if they went off the $15 CPM that we saw earlier and allowed for 2 weeks with no cap to the amount of views, which would be silly. They definitely would have made a cap in their agreement, so it's not likely that MrBeast necessarily got $150, but outside of performance-based pay, Raid Shadow Legends has offered blanket payments Often these payments are calculated for the YouTuber's average views on their last 7 videos, and then again that CPM for 1,000 views is applied. If it was $15 for every 1,000 views, then ZHC's average would have been 21 million views and made $315,000, while Mike Malak's average would have been 3.4 million and made $51,000. Big figures. A $15 CPM is high, very high. This isn't to say Raid implemented a $15 CPM for all creators. However, due to Raid flooding the creator sponsorships, it's very likely these YouTubers demanded a high CPM. However, from the amount of money Raid is bringing in, it is quite possible they easily paid it. I have to mention as well, they are paying a lot, but they are also asking the YouTubers for a lot in return. There's a few points they must say in the video in order to fulfill the sponsorship requirements and get paid those big dollars. Things like, and the best part, it's totally free. But wait, on top of this, Raid promises a per download increased payment, giving YouTube creators a reason to convince their audience to download the free app. For downloads in the US, YouTubers will get, for 1,000 downloads, $650. For 5,000 downloads, an extra $4,500. And then for 10,000 downloads, an extra $10,000. That's why you will see a customized link at the top of the description in all sponsored videos. That's how they track which creator has their audience download the most of the app. So on MrBeast's video that got over 6.3 million views, if 0.03% of those viewers downloaded the game, it would amount to an extra $20,000 for MrBeast. Yeah, suddenly that $150,000 for one video is looking a bit more real. Lots of money, and fair enough, these YouTubers are pulling in lots of views and likely lots of downloads for Raid Shadow Legends. All credit to these YouTubers. While it's no question a meme to have a Raid sponsorship, if you're pulling in over $50,000 at the lowest of minimums, then I'm sure we'd all sell out to Raid Shadow Legends. I would. Let me know in the comment section, what would your price be to sell out and do a Raid sponsorship to your own social media friends? So now, how does Raid actually afford this? Essentially, they are betting on people becoming addicted enough to the game that they start to make in-app purchases. Remember, this app is actually free to download. So if 10,000 people download Raid Shadow Legends from the MrBeast video, and over a 1-year period, if 10% of those 10,000 people spend $10 a month, then Raid have just about made back all the money that they paid MrBeast. What they are really betting on though is that a small portion will become part of their big spenders. Now, I won't break it all down in this video, but a lot of gaming apps remain profitable because of less than 1% of its users, which is crazy. Like Fortnite, these games are free to play. However, unlike Fortnite, it can become pay to win once you advance far enough. Basically, once someone becomes really invested at being in the top leaderboards on these games, then it really becomes pay to win, because buying gems or in-game money allows you to advance faster, and so to be in the top 100 leaderboard, you have to be buying coins or you just won't be able to advance at the same speed as somebody else. That's how you hear all these stories of people spending so much on in-game purchases or kids paying too much on their parents' credit card. So while Raid might have paid MrBeast and ZHC $150,000, all they need is people to keep playing and have 0.03% of people buy their in-game diamonds once a month. If you have ever played the app, you will know how much they push a huge amount of pop-ups on your screen to keep asking you to buy the diamonds. This is pretty crazy how Raid works. Leave a like if you made it this far through the video. Raid Shadow Legends is simply just a huge cash grab, and the whole game is built around trying to make you spend money. They're not a free game like League of Legends or Fortnite that is all about the community. Raid is all about the money. From the moment you start playing, they have you getting addicted to upgrading your character and powers so that you'll continue to do so and start your first payment. Once you've paid once, they know you'll keep coming back, which is why they pay so much for YouTube sponsorships. Now, if you haven't played Raid Shadow Legends, well, use my link. Okay, no, there's no need to install it, but just know that the game has a lot of pop-ups convincing you to buy, which has led to lots of negative reviews, and for some reason there's a few positive ones. Are they paying? Who knows? Maybe we'll do another video on that. Raid Shadow Legends, a sponsorship meme that seems to place a bag of money on the table that is big enough to sway any YouTuber and convince them to say, well, almost anything they want. Fair play, there's a lot of smart people involved here. Smart from Raid Shadow Legends to dominate YouTube. And let's be real, it's kind of smart from the YouTubers to say yes to some crazy 6 figures in their bank account off of one video. I hope this video brought you value and you learned a thing or two. This is Young Hustle. I break down the inner workings of the young hustlers on the internet. If you want to gain some more insights, then please subscribe. The best part, it's totally free. See you next time.